Alright guys, this is a test. See how this comes out. So I decided to go ahead and put a video out. I have a video saved that I made shortly after receiving notification from the Fifth Circuit that they affirmed the horrendous, anti-American, anti-constitutional, we literally wipe our butts with the Constitution and burn the American flag at every barbecue and take a hot steaming crap on the tomb of the unknown soldier every chance we get decision by the lower court in Browntown, also known as Butthole, Texas, officially titled Brownsville, Texas, Southern Division, also known as the Butthole of Texas. Decision to stand by tyranny and support the actions of a violent, criminal, un-American, anti-constitutional, out of control so-called police officer who attacked me for exercising my rights, despite the fact that we're still allegedly fighting a war against terrorists who are supposedly doing the same thing thousands of miles away from here. So we're bombing the shit out of them to protect our freedoms, while our cops literally kill us for exercising those freedoms. But without getting too much into a rant about this, I just want to clarify something that I keep seeing propagated everywhere I look up my case. And it also came from the Fifth Circuit, who literally played make-believe. So the official story is that I'm so dumb, I'm so ignorant, of the law and common sense, and I'm just such a dumb criminal, such a dumb cop hater, such a stupid, low IQ, borderline mentally retarded idiot that I actually think and thought that I can sue a dead man. So ignoring completely my pleadings to the absolute contrary, where I literally filed an additional motion on top of my appeal, making it abundantly clear that I was not appealing the decision to dismiss the case against the deceased detective who chased me around and stifled my free speech and threatened to arrest me for cursing at the police, which is 100% protected by the U.S. Constitution and multiple Supreme Court decisions. The man died. That's it. End of story. Even if there was cause for me to go after his estate, I wasn't going to do so. Too much. Just too much. I wanted for the police officer who arrested me for exercising my First Amendment right to record on-duty police officers in public while in the performance of their public duties. I wanted him to be held accountable. That was the case that I appealed, despite the fact that they dismissed that portion of the lawsuit, did not tell me that the lawsuit was over yet. And so I waited until the lawsuit was completely finished and they had completely dismissed the entire case to then file my appeal as is instructed in the FRCP and the FRAP, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure and Federal Rules of Appellate Procedure. And I did so. Well, the court went along with the false claims of the defense attorney for the criminals, for the bad guys, and pretended that I was only appealing the case against the deceased detective, and naturally dismissed my appeal, as would any common sense appeals court judge. So it has now been entered officially into the annals of history that I only appealed the decision against the second officer who wasn't even involved in my original arrest, but who chased me around, threatening to arrest me, despite knowing that I wasn't armed, and despite knowing that I had very verbally and very vocally stated not only that I was A, exercising my First Amendment rights, but B, preparing to file a lawsuit against the officer who arrested me for exercising said First Amendment rights. Still, he chased me around, threatening to arrest me and trying to get me to fight him by silently advancing towards me, knowing that most men will react by pushing, throwing a punch, or getting at least angry enough that they can arrest you for whatever. You name it, disorderly conduct, assault on a police officer if you accidentally brush up against them. He was hoping that I was one of those, which is like 90% of the population. Very few people have the level of self-control that I did, which was mostly caused by fear of being shot or arrested unlawfully a second time. That's what kept me from reacting to his extreme provocation. So that's why they went ahead and affirmed the lower court's decision and dismissed my appeal. But my appeal was, I can't remember, it was 7,000 words, 12,000 words, all arguing for the appeal of the lower court's decision in reference to the arresting officer, not the deceased detective. So anybody who researches my case, you're going to see in there where they say that I only appeal the dismissal against the deceased detective. That is a lie. The court played make-believe. They completely ignored my appeal while simultaneously stating this court considered the appeal and considered all the evidence in the original case and the plaintiff's attempted appeal of the dismissal against the deceased officer, and we hereby affirm the lower court's decision to dismiss the case against the deceased officer. Total baloney, totally bogus, total BS, okay? America has fallen as far as I'm concerned. So I just wanted to add that little clarification for those who may research my case or for those who want to know what the final outcome was. It was dismissed, and the appeals court decided to play dumb and act stupid and pretend like I was appealing the dismissal against a deceased person, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, that's it. Thank you.